Oh. Oh no. Well, here you are. I'm sure we have all had these moments before. 1 minute you're having fun, scoring kills. Next thing you know, your elevator got shot out and you have to somehow limp all the way back to base. Now, saving yourself from this perilous position can be quite difficult indeed. Some may even say it's impossible, but nay, I say. After all, we wouldn't want Dave here to lose hope. Isn't that right, Dave? I'll try to teach some basic lessons on how to calmly and safely return back to base in this situation and not become a flaming crater in the ground. So as we roll left and right to try to maintain some type of lift, what we need to realize is that planes, surprise surprise, require them to have their elevators attached so they don't just plummet out of the sky. But the biggest question of all that we have to think about is how does the loss of our elevator affect us in the game? How do we overcome it? And how do we not become a lawn ornament? Lucky for you, I am a private pilot, so I know a few things about how planes work. Now be warned, what I'm about to show might overload and fry your brains completely. Aeronautical science is not for the weak of heart, so I need all of you to sit down and focus. Focus really carefully. But I have faith in each and every one of you that you'll make it out and survive. Alright, let's do this. How to plane 1. Oh, 1. There's only 4 directions we want to take into consideration. Forward, which is where you'll find thrust. But if you go forward, air will go across the airframe, causing drag. And of course our airplane's made out of metal, so it's quite heavy, which causes us to go down towards the ground, which is where we want to avoid going, and you can have that be weight. And then of course, something that keeps all planes up in the air is lift. Now unfortunately for the plane that we're flying, the lift does not supersede the weight, so you need the elevator to pitch up to counteract the weight. Now of course, that is not an option for us since we do not have an elevator anymore. But we still have a couple things that we can use. Number 1, we got some pretty big jet engines and they go so as long as we keep our engines going, it'll give us more thrust, which in turn will give us more lift, more speed, more uppies, and we can very narrowly avoid crashing into the ground. And fortunately, we also have another form of lift, these giant chocolate bar of wings with some very interesting characteristics to them. They have something called flaps. Now these flaps right here, unfortunately, they can't be activated at a high speed or they'll rip off. So it's a careful, delicate balance between not going too fast, activating your flaps, getting more lift, then going faster to not crash into the ground. As long as you incorporate all of this, you should be able to get back to base with relative ease. Now that we got a basic understanding of how a plane functions, let's go back into the game and see how we can incorporate all of these and make sure we don't crash and burn. Luckily for this whole time, we've been gliding safely back to the airfield, rocking back and forth just slightly to diminish our lift so we don't pitch up too far, which would slow us down far too much. But we don't want to be going too fast because we'll be heading to the ground and, well, it's the ground. So we have been also activating our air brake so we don't go too fast. Good job, Dave. You have been doing a great job so far. Let's see how our approach is right now. Whoa, Dave, what are you doing? I was just starting to compliment you. I'm sure the smart people out there can see the problem here. Our plane is pointed down and we need to pitch it up towards runway, but we don't have an elevator. How do we do this? Come on, look back in your notes. That's right. As we speed up and slightly but very carefully use our flaps, we start to level back out with the runway, and now we are on a good path to land. Yippee! Another important thing to remember is to use as much of the runway as you need. We aren't having a landing contest here, so take as much as you want. But look at us! We have safely made it back to the runway. Now it is just time for us to softly touch the ground and kiss it. What was that, Dave? Landing gear? Oh, dang, you know, I'm sorry about this, Dave. I didn't warn you earlier. This is gonna be kind of a rough landing. Oh, calm down, you overreactor. Just slowly slide on the ground. Yep, just like that. Deploy those chunky air brakes to slow yourself down even more. And there we have it, safely landed and being repaired and resupplied by the airfield. And that, everyone, is how to land without an elevator in War Thunder. I hope at least some of you were able to learn from Dave's fantastic piloting skills, and will be able to translate it into the game on your own. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.